This is a 2014 Chevrolet Caprice. This is one of our police Interceptors. It was in an accident, so we're sending it to auction. But before we do, I want to see how high the interior temperature will get. We did the testing on the Ford Explorer after the software updates, and it got really hot enough to kill the whole coronavirus or COVID-19. We're going to do the same thing on this Caprice just to see what happens. This doesn't have any kind of software installed. We just wanted to know how hot will the HVAC system get if we just turn the heater on all the way, fan all the way up, and just let it run. So the orange meter, this is the front, and you can see I have the lead just going through the door. And then this little one, this one is just going through the rear door, both on the driver's side. Okay, just for a baseline, I have this kind of sitting out of the direct sunlight. And you can see our current temperature, I don't know if you can read it, 76.5. Okay, just a couple minutes in, you can see we're up to 110 up front and 105 in the rear. Also, this vehicle doesn't have the partition in it, so again, this is more of a test just to see if the HVAC system can heat up the inside over 133 degrees. Okay, we're at 37 minutes, and our interior temperature up front is 150, and in the back it is 143.8. One of the things I forgot to mention, I don't know if you can see it, the window's real dirty, but the lead inside the front area is moving around, and that's because I think the vent is at least, you know, somewhat blowing some of the air close to that lead, and that's causing it to move around. So I think part of this this number may be a little inflated because it's in the direct path of the air coming out. So one of the things I'll be doing is using the thermal tester and just putting it at different points in the interior to check what the actual temperature is of items like the seat or the steering wheel, something like that. We are approaching an hour on the Caprice. And as you can see in the front, we're showing a 162.4 or 2 and 152 in the rear area. So we are at 1 hour and 3 minutes on the Caprice, and I'm gonna go ahead and terminate the experiment right now. But before I do, we're gonna take final readings. So in the front we had 162. In the back we're at 153.7. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to use this thermal, whatever we want to call it, like a laser thermometer, and I'm going to shut off the car, and I'm going to take some different temperature readings inside the car so that we're not just measuring the temperature of the air. Okay, so in the shade, I don't know if you can see the laser or not. So 189. And do the seat. Alright, hang on, let me get this chime off here. That'll drive you nuts. Okay. Okay, we've got the laser. Again, I don't know if you can see it. I can't see it on the viewer. Temperature is dropping. It's not dropping too fast though, so I think it's safe to say it's above 150-ish. Okay, I'm doing the plastic door panel, and that is a shady spot that I'm aiming it at, 185. The floor, which is like a rubberized coating, again in the shade, about 169. I'm gonna go to the back. One more chime. Okay, we'll do the floor here. This is like rubber. and about 168. We'll do the metal. 163. This is the bumper. That's just plastic. Yeah, so about 178. Yeah, so the bottom line is we're over 133 degrees. And again, that's without the airflow. That's with the temperature from this little temperature reader to the steering wheel. About 165. Okay, for test 3 we have a Crown Vic, and this one's also going to auction. It's pretty used up. As you can see, we don't have a window, so we've blocked it off cardboard and some plastic. This one does have a partition in the back, and of course I've got the heater on high and the blower motor, but you can see that that window for the partition, let me slide it so you can see, it only opens a couple inches, so I have no idea how much heat is going to get to the back. Again, I have 2 temperature probes, one in the front, one in the back. And I just started this like 2 minutes ago. So back temperature, we're at 99 and rising. And 117, 118 in the front. And again, the probe one is just trapped right through the front door and it's hanging out here. And then in the back, we have it actually attached to the back side of the rear partition, and this is where the prisoners would sit, or the occupants, sorry. So again, 101.8 and 119 and climbing. And it's literally been like 2 minutes since I started the engine, and the engine was cold. Back at the Crown Vic, it's been a little over 30 minutes. And we are at 150.2.5 in the front. And I'm actually surprised, you know, with that partition really not allowing a lot of airflow through. We're showing it at 138.7. And also have the vehicle pulled most of the way in the shop. I have the back hanging out just to make sure we don't have any exhaust fumes in here. But as you can see, the whole cabin area is all in the shade. All right, back at the Crown Vic. Again, inside, it's been almost an hour, just under. And our front temperature gauge is reading 155.3. This one's a little harder to read. I'll try to get the angle right, but it is, if you can't read it, it is 146.5. I'm going to go ahead and shut the car down, and we're going to use this again, this thermal thermometer, whatever you want to call it, infrared, whatever, and we're going to check the temperature. So let's make sure the inside parts are getting hot enough. Again, our target number is 133. And that is based on a study that Ford did with, I believe it was college in Ohio. I don't know if it was Ohio State, but they found that 132.8 degrees Fahrenheit will kill the COVID-19 or coronavirus. So let's see here. Again, we're inside. Whoops. And I don't know if you can see that, but we're at 154, 155. Okay, door panel. Again, I don't know if you can see the laser. Right around 151. The seat, upholstery. Call it 145. This is the what's left of the center console. 154. We'll do the steering wheel here. 140. Okay, go to the other side. Okay, back to the other side. Here. And open these doors up. Okay, so the rear door. Okay, about 142. This is the seating area for the prisoner. Boy, it's warm. It's toasty in here. Okay, we're still above 133, and of course I have 3 windows, or excuse me, 3 doors open right now. So that's not helping matters. And this is the partition. About 149. So anyway, I think that's a success. We're at over 133 degrees.